I think with these kind of stones that you've got there, I almost like visualize less with the hands, and I almost like try and create like a groove with my wrist underneath here, and then try and get my elbow as low as my flexibility allows. So I actually find that doing like Zercher stuff and getting really comfortable like in flexion, find that if I can get like my hand down here to squeeze, so I'm almost like I'm imagining right where with tacky, and I like going like here and just getting connected as high as possible with the tacky. Whereas without tacky or natural stones, I like actually creating this, and imagine my hand's not there. My hands don't, when I've done like my best Tackyless stuff, my hands actually aren't doing that much, but your finger strength is really good compared to mine, so maybe it will. But I find I get a better return on like digging the bottom of the wrist in, and then clamping in with the elbows and trying to get as much surface area as I can with the forearms there. So obviously it looks like a sketchy position at the elbow, but so long as we're, like we do with Zerchers, we're not actively flexing the elbow, we're just there to keep it connected. Yeah, I find like if I had to try and lap this, I'd be trying to dig myself underneath it like that and closing the gap between I suppose that's a good cue, is like closing the gap between the chest and the stone, just so we can get that arm into a position where you can get purchase. Obviously, if the stone's like, you go to it on the day and it's a bit rough, and you can get a good bit of purchase in it, then obviously you don't need to go that low. But again, I think that's the play. That's the thing that I've seen when I did the stone lifting conference last year, and I watched some of the girls who I didn't think were going to get to the stone that they did. They were doing like basically a stone loading medley that was light, no tacky, and like she did the light stones, so she just went like that, normal technique, and then when she went to the stone what a lot of the girls were failing, she didn't even try. Where you see a lot of people, they'll go like that until they fail. She actually switched to that like lower elbow technique, and I just thought after that, I thought she's intentionally going to that, and then the stuff that I've mentioned, I think